Hey guys, Seiben here, and today I'd like to go over the newly released board game based on Magic the Gathering called Arena of the Planeswalkers. Now this isn't going to be like a full-on review of the game because I want to have some more playtime under my belt before I make any declarations about it. Rather, this video is going to go over what the heck is Arena of the Planeswalkers, how do you play this board game, and what's its comparison to Magic the Gathering the card game. So, Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers is the official title of this game published by Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. In this game, the players choose one of 5 different Planeswalkers to use as their character. Each of these Planeswalkers correspond with a different mana color. The playable walkers are those featured in the Magic Origins set for the card game and include Nissa Ravane for green mana, Gideon Jora for white mana, Chandra Nalaar for red mana, Jace Belleron for blue mana, and Liliana Vess for black mana. Each Planeswalker comes with its own painted figurine, along with a unique set of stats and special abilities, which we'll get into later on in the video. So you've chosen your favorite Planeswalker, now how's the game played? Well, first you have to construct the actual playing board itself. This game comes with attachable board pieces which kind of fit like puzzle pieces with one another. You can follow a player's guide to creating a map, or you can build your own. You can see that the map follows a hex-based pattern. These hexes represent areas of movement which your units can take throughout the game. You can see different sets of terrain ranging from water to elevated 3D tiles, which will of course inhibit or slow the movement of some units. There are even 3D walls you can put up to add more obstacles to your map if you'd like. Once you've crafted your battlefield, it's time to start the match. You and your opponent then summon your Planeswalkers on one of the starting areas on the map, usually located on the outer edges, and the game begins. You'll notice that your Planeswalker and all your other units come with these oversized statistical cards. These cards contain all the information for your units, including its health, movement ability, range, attack, toughness, and any special abilities it may have. You see that your Planeswalker has a card, but you also have these 2 other unit cards which share your Planeswalker's colors. These are the other units or squads you'll be using throughout the game. Think of them as your Planeswalker's army of sorts. These units, ranging from phoenixes, illusions, and other creature types we've seen in the MTG card game, are much weaker than your actual Planeswalker, but still useful as the battle progresses. At the start of the game, you have the option to summon all of your other units right away and in any hex within 5 spaces of your Planeswalker. Alternatively, you may also withhold summoning these units and save them for later, but remember that summoned units will still be affected by summoning sickness, meaning they won't be able to perform any action on the turn they're summoned. So your Planeswalker and all its minions are out on the board, so how do you win the game? Well, the goal of the game is very simple: kill the opposing player's Planeswalker. You can kill their other units all day, but as long as their Planeswalker is still alive, the game isn't over. It's kinda like chess. The pawns don't matter, you have to take out the king to win. So you move your units across the map using their movement number, which is different for each character. Your Planeswalker may be able to move 6 spaces, while one of its other units may only be able to move 4. You're trying to get your units into range of your opponents, while also attempting to be as safe as possible. Each unit's range stands for how many hexes away it can attack an opponent. Some have an extremely wide range, while others may only be able to attack the hexes directly next to them. Once you're in range of an opponent, it's time to do some killing. You can refer to your unit cards to see its attack and toughness. These are the numbers most commonly used when combat is being dished out. Your attack value is how much damage you can deal, while your toughness is how much you can mitigate. When you declare an attack, you refer to your attack value. The number there determines how many attack dice you get to roll. Let's say the unit you're attacking with has 3 attack. That means you'll be able to roll 3 die. Your opponent isn't going to just roll over and take this damage, however. They'll in turn will roll a number of die for their toughness. When defending an attack, you roll dice equal to your toughness after an opponent has rolled their attack on you. The whole idea is to roll the highest number of symbols that you're doing as possible, that being attacking or defending. You'll see that each die has 3 sides engraved with the attack symbol, 2 with the defending symbol, and 1 side which is blank, meaning no action. So this is the random nature which appears in the Arena of the Planeswalkers, this dice roll combat system. Let's say you're able to roll 5 attack icons while your opponent manages to roll 3 defense icons. That means the defending player managed to block 3 of your damage, resulting in them taking only 2 damage during that combat. Damage is represented by little black damage tokens which players can place on the base of their unit's figurine. Once a unit has taken damage which matches or exceeds its health value, it's removed from the game. If a unit other than your Planeswalker dies, it can no longer be summoned again, and of course, if your Planeswalker dies, you lose the game. So it's pretty simple, yeah? And besides the Planeswalkers and the special abilities like haste and flying of units, how does this board game relate to the MTG card game? Well, there's a whole other element which I haven't mentioned yet, and that's the playable spells each different walker gets at the start of the game. Yep, you basically get a small deck of cards which corresponds with the color of the chosen Planeswalker. These are spells like sorceries and enchantments which impact how you fight and can affect the stats of different units. You start the game with a hand of 3 cards, and like magic, you draw one at the beginning of your turn, having a maximum hand size of 7 cards. These spells act as you would assume they'd act, with the exception of these hidden enchantment cards. These are like trap cards, only becoming active once a requirement has been met. Like, let's say you play a hidden enchantment. The effect of the spell may not come into play until one of your squad creatures are attacked. Right now, the decks come with a full set of cards for you to play with, but I hear they're working on expansions for the game, so you can really customize your own decks in the future. And that's basically the gist of it. To me, it's really interesting how they made this game. It has just enough of the card game element for it to feel like a worthy Magic the Gathering game, while also being different enough to stand on its own as a completely different form of entertainment. I'll be bringing you a full review and my personal opinion of the game itself in a few days. I just want enough time played to make an educated conclusion. I hope this video has informed you guys about what Arena of the Planeswalkers is and how it's played. If it sounds like something you'd be interested in, let me know in the comments below. Would you play this board game based on our favorite TCG? In any case, I hope you all enjoyed this informative video. If you did, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way in supporting future content. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.